Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I would like to show you on how to fix your code by looking at your unit test part 2. In my previous video, I fixed my add stock use case. To be exact, I mean not this one, but this. In my previous video, I fixed my code stock repository.get stocks in here from previously any to account ID, and get stocks in here are actually get stocks param before, and then I change it to string, so it became like this. And then I adjust the affected files, then I run. Waiting, waiting, waiting. It, okay, it's good. It's all green. It's all green. Then after this, let's do commit first because C stocks in here, and the real C stocks doesn't have anything wrong with it. Okay, so let's commit C stocks. Let's check. Let's recheck it before we commit. Nothing fine. Nothing wrong in here. Let's see this too. Let's see. Okay, nothing wrong with it too. Then put this and this. Let's add some commit. This should be like this refactor. In scope of domain. Update the usage of get stocks parameter from get stocks param to string. Okay, nice. Let's commit. Oh, I forgot. We should write this in. Let's amend our commit. We should specify where we change. So we change it in our C stocks use case. So in C stocks. Okay, after that, amend or commit. Done. Let's recheck. Refactor domain. Update usage of get stocks parameter from get stocks param to string in C stocks. Okay, nothing wrong. And next. Okay. I think we should put this to our previous commit. So let's amend the commit and add this stock repository, and then with the same commit message, let's amend our commit. Let's check it. Perfect. Next one. What is this? I didn't know about this. Update about what is this? AGP? What is AGP? I think it's an update. But let's hold it. Let's see our remote stock repository. In here we can see an error line. It said required getStocks param found string. Okay, let's see our unit test in here. Aha, there's two error in our unit test. GetStocks param. Now we're going to change something in here, which is GetStocks param. Okay. So what is our SUT? What is our system under test in here? Our system under test is remote stock repository. Okay, remote stock repository have a mock remote data source, and we initiate the Mookie annotation in here and initiate our SUD in here using remote repository and remote data source. This I have no idea why I put my dispatcher in here, so we should try to remove it like this. Going happen? Nothing happened. Okay, since there's no error, let's continue analyzing our units. Let's see. There's a red in here. Required string but found getStocks param. Okay. Let's see. Our given getStocks param is blah blah blah. Expected data source is expected repository is Okay. So every remote data source getStocks ini return expected data source which is this. Okay. And result blah blah blah. Okay, since we need to change our repository getStocks param from getStocks param to string. Let's change it to this. First, we need to change the name. The name, we only need ID in here, and we don't need getStocks param. So instead, we put an test ID in here. Okay, let's see. It's still red. Why? Because the data source need to getStocks param. We have to change it too, because I need to change it from data class to string type. So what will I'm going to do is to alt enter in here and change parameter param type of function getStocks to string. Done. Result green. Okay. And let's try to run it. Is it good? Oh. There is something wrong in here. Okay. So we have changed the param from getStocks param to string, right? Now we need to change our variable in here, our parameter in here, from param to ID to make it more descriptive. Okay, and in here we don't need to call ID. Then voila, nice. Let's try our test again. There's something wrong. Let's see. it still use get stock param, so we need to change it too. Let's change the variable to become id, and get stocks param to become string. Let's use test id like our previous test, and nothing wrong, it's all good. Nice. Let's try to run it. Oh, there's something wrong in here. Let's see what is wrong. Okay, id expected data source. Okay, in the id in this, right? Okay, when data source return list of stocks, then return result of success list of stocks. When you get stocks, then let's see which line that have the error. Stocks is not equal expected repository response. Stocks. What is stocks in here? Stocks. And expected repository response should be like this: stock 1, stock 2, stocks 3. Let's see. Wait. Is it because wait, what? Get stocks. This ID when this guy get stocks any expected resource. I see. This stock, then this stock. Okay. And what about like this? Expected data source response. Then delete this. Let's try it again. Now you might be confused why it became true. Well, when we use this, it's wrong, right? So sometimes list in here list in here is different. So to make it more clearer, let's just put this into this, because it's actually what I expect for the function in here to work. So I expect when remote data source gets stocks, it return expected data source response, right? It give list of stock. Okay, then I expect this list of stock to be put into, to wrap into success, which have a value of list from expected data source response from remote data source in here. So when verified, it call it this true, then answer stocks, which is the result from SOT.getStocks to be equal to expected repository response in here. Let's run it again. Nice. It's all good. Okay. Okay, nothing wrong in here. Let's see. Okay. Nice. So we have changed the parameter in our remote stock repository, and our remote stock repository test is also good when we run the test. So let's commit these changes first. Okay, refactor domain, no, this will be in data. Okay, update the usage of getStock parameter from getStock parameter to in remote stock repository and remote stock data source. Isn't it that right? Okay. I think we should also include this. And wait, we see warning in here. Let's F4 and see corresponding parameter in support type parameter is name param. This my okay. Okay. So we change parameter name to ID in here, but in the interface here call param. So we should emit into ID2. Let's take it back. Nothing wrong. Okay. In repository data source. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's descriptive enough with this. So let's commit. Nice. Okay. Okay. Lastly, I need to remove this coroutine dispatcher because I don't know why I put it in the first place. So I need to delete it. Why I need to remove it? Because the coroutine dispatcher should already called in remote in our view model in here. It's already called with this dispatcher.io. So there's no need for me to put coroutine dispatcher in here. So let's do it. Let's remove this and this and this. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, and this. Try Control Alt L. Nice. Let's also change this into like this. Return try and delete the bracket and Control A, Control Alt L. Nice. Perfect. Okay, since we change the remote stock repository straight away, we need to check our unit test too. Okay, there's nothing wrong in here. Yeah, then let's run. Nah, there's nothing going on in here, just a success, and success. So there's actually no change. I don't really need to add coroutine dispatcher in here because, like I've said earlier, it's already been put in my view model scope. So I need to remove the coroutine dispatcher in my repository. So we have done it. Run is also good. It's all green. Then let's commit. Commit refactor. Repository should be in data, and for the commit message will be remove coroutine dispatcher from remote stock repository. Let's check it again. Previously we add coroutine dispatcher with default value of dispatcher.io, and our fix code is remove. Okay. Nice. Then let's commit. Perfect. Lastly, I think it's safe enough to update our AGP in here. So let's make a commit in here with build in Gradle with the commit message of update AGP from 841 to 842. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's warning in here. I can update from 520 to 640. Let's change it. Okay, let's try seeing it. Nice. There's also no error after sync. I think it's safe enough. So we need to add update AGB from 841 to 842 and load the compose from 6 from from 520 to 640. Let's commit. Nice. Okay, that's all what I want to show you. I hope you can learn anything from my video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.